Hello and welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager 24. This time we are on round number 7 in Imola. I'm going a little slower than I want to through these seasons, so I want to try to hurry up and do more. So I'm going to try my best to do more. I definitely want to be caught up with real life by the time real life comes back after the summer break. So by the time let me look at the circuits real quick. By the time real life hits Zandervoort, I want to be past Zandervoort. I know they just got done with Belgium, and they're on their summer break. So hopefully we can be above and in front of them before the end of summer break. But like I said, I am still not going to be the person who sims through races on my team. Now, when we start the Has career, yeah, very possible, especially through the first couple of seasons when the cars aren't really competitive. But I don't know yet. We'll see. I do like this simming idea. Maybe I can do a whole different other kind of content for the simming career. But we will see about that one. However, logging in today to get on this game, to do Imola, my game loaded all the way back to Japan. All the way back to Japan. So I had to redo Japan, I had to redo China, and I had to redo Miami. Unfortunately, I did not get the same results in those races. So things have changed. The standings have changed. Everything is a little bit different. So in Japan, we'll have to go back and look at the other videos. Piastri has won that one, and then Verstappen and Sainz in second and third. In China, Norris wins with Perez in second and Sainz in third. In Miami, Verstappen has won instead of our man Oliver Bearman, who got his first win in Miami. Then Leclerc, then Sainz. Also in China, Sainz gets third instead of Bearman, who also got third. So we are back to, unfortunately, looking for our first podium here in F124 or F1 Manager 24. But I'm still going to leave those videos up because it's I don't know what happened. It's wild, and I absolutely hate it. But speaking of those things that did happen, Cringy F1 Racing is in 4th place in the constructors, which I think is still the same. And then Oliver Bearman is sitting P7, Sophia Flores sitting P15 in the driver's standings. So all of that is still the same. Another difference that we are doing here is we have not offered the contract to Logan Sargent. As we go down here and we look at Logan Sargent, we have not offered that contract. He's not interested because of the current race weekend. Previously, I did offer him, and we were going to hire him for the next season, and that still might be a thing, but we're going to wait on that. We're going to hold off. We're going to see before we do that. What is another thing? We obviously have more money in the bank, which means we actually had the money to design a front wing. So now we have a front wing coming in at some point. As we look at the cars, we still have... Oh yeah, that was the one we didn't do the hours on. I forgot for a second. We still have a 2, so that's going to be a -3 at some point. We still have the new rear wing, we still have the new side pod, and we still have the new underfloor. So everything is basically the same car-wise, basically the same standing-wise. The only difference is we never offered Logan Sargent a contract, and we have yet to get our first podium. So, with all of that said, we're here in Imola. Let's get to it. I will see you guys in qualifying. In Q1 with Oliver Bearman leading Sophia Flores down to the start-finish line. What a slipstream. What a team play this is. They are right behind each other as they come across the line. Oliver Bearman going the quickest with a 1:12.8, and Sophia Flores being a 10th behind. So now there's absolutely no way Sophia gets knocked out. And it's Hulk, Magnussen, Joe, Bottas, Gasly, and Ocon getting knocked out of Q1.
Okay, that's a red flag.
And Sophia Flores is out of qualifying.
Now we're
What
watching the action
happened?
closely here.
She's leading Oliver Behrman here, and she just goes wide into the wall. Oh my goodness. So here we are in Q2 now with Sophia Flores not going to make it into Q3, where she it looked promising that she might actually make it to Q3 with how well she finished in Q1. But Oliver Behrman finishing the lap on the old tires from Q1 as he comes across the line with a 1:14.0. Oliver Behrman down in Q2 with a green sector 1 and a green sector 2, sitting P7. Probably actually didn't need to send him out, but because he was sitting P7, I decided to send him out. And with those fresh tires on, he will come across the line and he will go P4, solidifying his place in Q3. Here comes Oliver Behrman to set the time to beat here in Q1 as he comes around the last couple of turns here. Down to the start-finish line where he will set that time to beat, and that time to beat is going to be a 1:13.2. Oliver Behrman racing down to the line. He's got a couple more turns to go. Unfortunately, he is sitting P2, and also, unfortunately, he's got a yellow Sector 1 and a yellow Sector 2 on these brand new, fresh, soft tires that he is out there on as he comes across the line. He will be done. I mean, I guess technically he has another lap. But, oh no, he is done. He's done. He is sitting P2. As we go to the main thing, here comes Hamilton. He's done in P8. Alonso done in P9. Verstappen, he's done. He's going into the pit stops. Here comes Perez sitting P5. Is he going into the pit lanes? No, he's going to finish on the track, and he's going to be P6. And it will be, once again, a P2 start for Oliver Behrman with Max Verstappen in front of him.
This is it, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go, sitting P2 with Oliver Behrman, P16 with Sophia Flores. Let's get back to the front, though. Let's see what we got going here as Oliver Behrman looks to be losing out on Carlos Sainz heading down into turn 1. He's going to have the outside, but then the inside. But ultimately, he loses out to Carlos Sainz. He will drop down to P3. Sophia Flores, on the other hand, she's holding on to P16. She's doing just fine. Unfortunately, she did get eliminated from Q2 by wrecking herself out on my team, especially if Oliver Behrman is going to make things easy with Sophia Flores getting in front of Alexander Albon there. We are looking... Oh, there is somebody. It is Alonso. Alonso has a puncture on his tires as he falls all the way down to P20 and now P21 and now in last place with... Oh, he's got a puncture. That is not good for Alonso as he tries his best to get back in the race. Sophia Flores had P12 there for a second, but Danny Rick decided to come back and take it back in the DRS zones. Let's go take a look at Sophia Flores. She's going to have the DRS on Ricardo, and she's going to take the outside, and she's going to get back up into P12. Her target for this race is P13. Oliver Behrman's is P6. But here she has the DRS on 7-time world champ Lewis Hamilton as she takes the outside, and she's going to get up into P11 in front of him before we even get to turn number 1. And let's go take a look at Flores as she is now inside the top 10. This wouldn't be the first time she's been in the top 10, but it's the first time she's been in the top 10 before pit stops. Here, just behind Yuki Tsunoda, who won't have any, and I mean won't any DRS, and we're going to get up in front of him. We're going to use that ERS as well. There's Verstappen is now sitting in P2, and we have Sophia Flores with the DRS on Lance Stroll looking for the inside down to turn 1. She won't even need the inside, but she'll take it. It's Carlos Sainz inside the pit lanes now, so that's going to give Oliver Behrman P3 right back as he gets into his open pit window. Sophia Flores is also going to get in front of Carlos Sainz, I think. Possibly. She does. So she's up to P7 now. And it comes Sophia Flores down to turn 1. And it might be... no, it's going to be too wide. As you can know, okay. She did end up beside Yuki Tsunoda, but she also ended up beside Lance Stroll, who will both end up in front of her. And I do use that word hopefully in a very hopeful... What was that? Oh, Stroll locked up. And Stroll is down. Okay.
Now we're at turn 11.
I didn't see it. I saw like the smoke, and I thought for a second it was... Oh, dang.
Unable to do much about it.
I thought it was Sophia, and I got really scared there for a second. I'm not going to lie. Here comes Oliver Behrman. Oh, now. He leaves with a 2.6. He left his tires behind him. But let's go look at Sophia Flores as she comes down the pit lane. Here she comes. At 2.4. Look at that. Oh, I really thought Oliver Behrman was going to wait to the DRS zone, but no, he's going to get him right there in the chicane. The DRS, ERS combo going down to turn number 1. He's already pulled out on him, and he's already ahead of him. ERS combo as we come down to the line. We know he's going to have DRS, and he's already in front of George Russell, and he's already leaving George Russell behind. As we're going to do the DRS, ERS combo once again for Behrman. Coming across the line, DRS is activated, getting in front of a car that is being lapped down into turn 1, looking for the inside. Not going to get it there, but we are still looking for the inside, coming down to turn 4 and 5, and just not going to get it there either. As we are now sitting almost 10 seconds in front of George Russell, side by side with Perez, who gets the DRS, and looks like it's Behrman. Going down to turn 1, we're going to go ahead and give him that ERS too to try to help get away from him a little slow. So DRS, ERS combo for her. She's already pulling out before they even get to the line and already in front of them. As Yuki Tsunoda is going to get in front of Lance Stroll, we're looking to get in front of Lance Stroll. And up in front of Lance Stroll, we will go. Race ain't over yet. We still have a whole nother pit stop to go as Sophia Flores looking for P10 on Yuki Tsunoda, and she will get it. Well, he was a good 8 seconds in front of Verstappen. Tires go on, 2.4, we love it. And here comes Sophia Flores. Behrman comes out, P6. Flo goes in, P8. Can she come out in the top 10? It looks like she will. As she comes in, what do we got, guys? What do we got? What do we got? 2.5. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the 2.5. She's P9 behind Russell and P10 behind Yuki Tsunoda. So I think the push helped a little bit, not too much. It's almost as if they're exactly where they were. Here comes Sophia Flores. We're hoping that she can get up in front of Yuki Tsunoda down here in turn number 1, and she does, to come back to. And Flo has gotten in front of George Russell at a 2-digit number. Leclerc does come across the line to finish in first place here, as we have Oliver Behrman coming to the line to finish P6 and the fastest lap. So now we're going to go watch Sophia Flores, who is well behind all of them by about 40 seconds. But at the moment, as she's leading George Russell by 3.5 seconds, sitting in P8, Sophia Flores, rookie female driver, scoring points here in Imola for Cringy F1 Racing, as we actually get double points this weekend. But that is Charles Leclerc taking the win here in Imola, with Oscar Piastri getting second and Max Verstappen falling down to third place. Lando Norris getting P4, Carlos Sainz getting P5, Oliver Behrman getting P6, Sergio Perez P7, and Sophia Flores getting P8. Both of my drivers today finishing in the top 10, with Oliver Behrman getting the fastest lap as well. George Russell P9 and Yuki Tsunoda in P10. Let's look at the drivers, as Max Verstappen leads it with 151 points. Behind him is Lando Norris with 124 points. And then there's Charles Leclerc with 121 points. So, closer battle for 2, but the battle for the front is not over yet. Carlos Sainz holding on to P4, Oscar Piastri P5, Sergio Perez P6, and Oliver Behrman with 52 points sitting P7. George Russell in P8, Lewis Hamilton P9, Lance Stroll in P10. Then you have Yuki Tsunoda, who moves up to P11 this week. You have Fernando Alonso dropping down to P12, Sophia Flores moving up to P13 this week, scoring her first ever points for Cringy F1 Racing. A total of 4 points for her, as she leads Daniel Ricciardo, who has 1 point. He drops down to P14. Nico Hulkenberg moves down to P15, as he leads the 0-pointers. Valtteri Bottas, 0 points. Logan Sargent, Alexander Albon, Kevin Magnussen moves up to P19 as Zhou Guanyu drops down to P20. Esteban Ocon 21 and Pierre Gasly 22. So the driver standings definitely did change, because I do remember Daniel Ricciardo when we finished Miami for YouTube, he had 0 points. So something definitely happened for Daniel Ricciardo to get 1 point. So that's another thing that did change. The constructors, Red Bull leads it with 230 points, Ferrari in second with 217 points, and McLaren drops down to third as Ferrari jumps them this week with 215 points. Cringy F1 Racing is still in P4 with 56 points, Mercedes P5 with 45. Then you have Aston Martin in P6 with 16, V-Carb in P7 with 7, Haas in 8 with 0, leading the 0-pointers. Behind them is Williams, Kick Sauber, and Alpine. So take a look at the fastest pit stops. Cringy F1 has Oliver Behrman with a 2.449 and Sophia Flores with a 2.450. The fastest one was Charles Leclerc with a 2.369. That's absolutely wild. And then the constructor standings puts Cringy F1 moving up 2 spots this week to P5. Ferrari leading, McLaren in second, Red Bull in third, V-Carb in fourth, Cringy in fifth, Aston in 6th, Mercedes in 7th, Alpine, Kick Sauber, Williams, Haas. And that is the end of Imola. Coming up next is Monaco, and with both of our drivers finishing inside of their goal set, we got an extra $1.9 million, and now we're sitting with $6.8 million to go. If you did like this video, hit the like button. If you can't wait for the next video, hit that subscribe button. Those 2 buttons do nothing but boost my confidence in making these videos, which I already love doing. Until next time, I hope you enjoy your life. And this is one of those outros where I just completely messed up. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your life, and I'll catch you next time.